In this video, it is the Redcat Ascent Fusion, the Vanquish Stance, and the Element RC Comp Fox, all head-to-head at the indoor crawler course. Which one of these trucks performs the best in their current state? That's what we're going to find out. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Troy. This is RoadsideRC. You'll tend to find me bashing or crawling or drifting or racing, plus doing product review videos and how-tos. And we have three very interesting, very highly capable trucks here. Let's dive into a little bit of what the specs are on each one of them. The Ascent Fusion here is predominantly stock. Yes, different tires and wheels as would typically be done. Enduro inserts that, if I'm honest, are a little bit small, maybe for these Aztec tires. Still running stock servo, stock motor and ESC combo. Have the rear DSM tray here, which is zero performance help whatsoever, but did do their shock relocation kit on this truck, so the shocks and the shock towers are a little bit different. And it has the Redcat upgraded additional brass on the front here. Vanquish Stance here is still running the stock tires and inserts because they're kind of cheater tires. If we're honest, they're too tall. So most of the times tires in this category are 4.75 inches tall. These are like 4.9 or so. And because of the design of the truck, if you put a shorter tire on there, it kind of looks silly. The other thing is these tires have been doing really well, actually. So we left them on there. They're on a set of Trio beadlocks all around. Underneath here, it is mostly stock except for a Holmes Hobby motor plus ESC combo. So we do have the Outrunner, really good torque, really good power delivery out of it. Still running the factory servo, and it has the factory weights up here on the front of the truck. Last but not least is the Enduro Comp Fox. Now this was a kit, so that means a lot of stuff, you can't really claim as stock. We have J Concepts Tusk with our Scoric clean 3D printed inserts on the inside. We have the J Concepts Warlord front half body. We have the Zuske 55 kg servo, along with the Secure Outrunner 1800 kV setup plus its ESC. Otherwise, chassis, links, transmission, all that kind of stuff, actually just as it comes with the kit, but that is how it was fully assembled, is with those other components. Of course, the prices are a little bit different from what we're looking at here. The Fusion starts at $399. Tires, wheels, the DSM parts on here, we're probably adding, another $150-ish, something along those lines. Let's call this somewhere in that neighborhood of like $550. The Vanquish Stance starts at, unfortunately, a higher number. It starts at that $499, so it starts already at $500. That Holmes motor and ESC combo is alone around $150, plus the Trio wheels. So, let's put it somewhere in that like $650-ish range, maybe. Let's just call it fair to that. So $550, $650. The Comp Fox, just as a kit, is $400. Wheels and tires, motor and ESC, servo, body, paint, all that kind of stuff, so probably $200. So we're probably at $550, $600, maybe $650-ish. Probably somewhere in that range with all of these. Not a huge spread, and you can build out each one of these obviously a little bit different and come to a little bit different price point, but we're probably in that range somewhere for all of them. The weather outside is nasty, so we are taking all three of these to our indoor RC crawler course at Cookeville Hobbies to see how they do. Oh, can you save it? Turn hard and save it. See if we'll save it. Will it save it? Oh, keep it going. Let me get out of the way. Will it climb? Climb, don't bind. Climb, don't bind. There we go. How about the fancy truck? See, I put a tire way over here.
Oh boy.
Ooh. set.
I'll sit here.
Yep, turn up. You're doing good. Keep turning up. Keep turning up. There you go. There you go. That'll work. Yep. Don't worry about that rear tire. It'll come. Up and out, though. Yeah, you're good. There you go. There you go. You were getting there. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yep. Did you guys have problems?
Let's see if you can make it up this. Oh man. Oh.
it's not going to do that. So how close can I get? Come on. Yeah, that's all it's got. It doesn't need much to go up. There it goes. There it goes. All right, now you have to reverse it again and try to get over there. Straighten it up.
That's just nasty.
Oh, come on. This thing does lack some steering. It does seem like that. It doesn't like to turn.
Turn right there. No, I don't want it.
From this test, I've walked away with probably about 5 conclusions. You saw a few of them kind of pop up along the way as we were doing the testing. First is drivers are important. So when you get to the scale of these trucks and the caliber of these trucks, pretty much any one of them can probably take the win depending on who's driving it. So we had myself, who's driven crawlers now for quite a while. We had my son, who's, moderately into crawlers. And we had one of his friends who's like literally almost never driven one before. It was like his second time. So clearly some skill difference there. I tried to edit skill difference out of the videos as much as possible so that you just saw the difference of just the crawlers themselves. But what was really obvious as we drove around is that any one of these 3 could actually be the winner, just depending on who was driving them. The second part here is that clearance matters. There was definitely times in which certain ones of these trucks got held up. This Redcat sits very low, straight links. The sides are really, really low, especially when you compare it to the monster truck that is the Stance, and all the curved link, high clearance chassis, high clearance links that are on this Comp Fox. You could really tell a difference. The Redcat would bottom out on stuff. The Stance, because of its high stance, would monster truck over them. The Comp Fox, due to just a proper chassis geometry and link geometry, would go over them, even though it's the lowest slung of the 3. Bottom line is that clearance just really matters. Also, to point out the fact that the Stance tires here are dramatically taller than these Aztecs that are on the Fusion, and that also, just even the tires alone, gave it an advantage occasionally to monster truck over some stuff. Track width matters. This Enduro Comp Fox was set up as the widest of the group. It has some adjustable offset wheels, plus just its core design meant that wheel to wheel here, that distance is wider than it is on these other trucks. When you're outside crawling, that tends to have less of an impact, but when you're on some kind of like an indoor crawler course like that, that dimensions can really, really matter depending on how the obstacles are made. Fourth is that steering angle matters, and we've already proven in previous videos, combination of steering angle plus overdrive, the Fusion does actually turn slightly shorter than the Vanquish Stance. But what's really surprised me so far with this Comp Fox is it has the least steering angle of all 3 of them. It struggles the most to be able to get these tires turned and get them around stuff. I think there's some tweaks that can be done here. I think I can add some toe out to the front of this and get this inside tire to cock over a little bit more with some Ackerman. You can kind of see that. Hopefully you can see that a little bit more here with the Vanquish. Outside tires pretty solid, inside tires laid in and over a little bit more. The Ascent somewhere in the middle between the other 2. So I think more to be done on this truck. That was kind of its Achilles heel the whole time, was its turning radius, where these other 2 trucks definitely outperformed it that way. But you want to know my last item here, kind of who wins. If I was going to take one of these trucks today back to that indoor crawler course, which is the one that I would take because I thought it had the highest performance? Although all of them do really, really well, the Comp Fox is the one, whether you saw it on the video, whether some clips that weren't on there, it was the one that most easily went over the most obstacles. Yes, it struggled. Yes, there's a few other things that needs to be done with it to help it a little bit more, but this is the truck that overall did the best, and it seems like it has the highest performance threshold. Great balance. These J-Concept tires with these Scoric cling inserts have giving it very good traction, clearance in the back, weight distribution, all that kind of stuff. Where they put all the components, doing a great job. So overall, I think it had the highest performance threshold. The stance is doing great and can, with a few other modifications, continue to get better, but was also, I think, still one of the highest priced ones of the group as it sits today. And then the Ascent Fusion, although it has some kind of cosmetic mods and some things along those lines, performed really, really well, but I do wonder how much these shorter Pro lines, they're a little bit shorter than average, and they have some non-optimal kind of inserts in them. If we had swapped over to like this tire with this insert, just how much difference could it have made? I think that could have jumped it in performance a little bit, but I think the Comp Fox still would have won either way. On that bombshell, that is it for today. If you are curious about anything else that I've done with crawling, I have playlists for all of these vehicles, all the tests, all the modifications, all the different things that I've done with them. So if you're curious about that, there'll be playlists popping up over here to your right. If you have any questions about what I've done, leave them down in the comments and I'll be happy to talk to you there. Thank you for watching and goodbye.